Hello everyone. As the year of the mammoth gets ready to trundle off into the distance, we all ready ourselves for the year of the raven to soar into our lives. And with that strange metaphor, let's get on. A new year means new expansions, and just like with the year of the mammoth, we've been given several clues as to what the future expansions may be. As we run up to the first expansion's announcement, I'll be predicting what we'll see from all three, and get a lore of the cards done about the new druid hero coming, Lunara. I'm determined to make the Year of the Raven this channel's year too, as I really did drop the ball last year, but that's a vlog or something. I feel pretty confident in saying, which on the internet sets me up for all manner of ridicule if I'm wrong, that the first expansion of this year will be based around the Emerald Dream. This is for a couple of reasons. Mainly, the hint art we've been given. We see tree branches wrapped around a magical looking green object, similar to the portals that lead from the physical realm to that of the dream. The emerald colour of the central object, be it a portal, magical stone or something else, would also indicate we may well be up for an Emerald Dream expansion. I'd say this claim is further backed up with the announcement of Lunara, a dryad closely tied to the dream, and a druid hero, a class synonymous with the dream. Though Maev didn't really have anything to do with Ungoro, so we can't really take this as evidence. Some of you may be thinking, what is the Emerald Dream? Well, since this channel is known for its lore, I'd be a bit of a dick not to tell you anything about it. So I'll briefly explain a few things about the dream, and while we're at it, perhaps make some legendary suggestions that may crop up if the expansion is as I predict. The dream was created millennia ago, not long after the Titanforge defeated the old gods upon primordial Azeroth, imprisoning the creatures that sought to corrupt the planet that would one day develop into an almighty titan. One of the most powerful of the Titanforged, known as a Keeper, Freya, created the Emerald Dream as her kind reshaped Azeroth to erase the damage performed by the old gods and to cultivate the world soul that would one day become a titan. The dream was created as part of Freya's quest to bring organic life to Azeroth. Some think the Keeper wove the realm from nothing, whereas others believe the dream has always existed in some form, born from the dreams of the sleeping titan. Some think Freya tapped into the dream to commune with the sleeping titan. It was a vast, ever-shifting dimension filled with spirits and saturated with nature magic. It would mirror Azeroth, and as time went by would come to represent what the world would look like if no intelligent beings were present on the planet. Freya would use the dream to help regulate the evolutionary path of the world's flora and fauna. Spirits and strange otherworldly beings frolicked within and called the surreal paradise their home. Within the dream, reality has no hold. Concepts such as time and distance hold no sway within the dream. As the dream is so closely tied to the development of nature upon Azeroth, it is a place of great importance to Azeroth's druids, often entering deep sleeps to traverse the dream and learn more of their nature abilities. Malfurion would frequently travel the dreamways to thwart the plans of the Burning Legion during the War of the Ancients, travelling a plane which they could not. Perhaps we would see several notable druids arrive as legendaries, such as Hamul Runetotem, the Tauren Archdruid, good friend of Varian Rin Brol Bearmantle, or Naralex, who tried but did not succeed to bring life back to the Barrens. Weary from reshaping Azeroth, most of the Watchers were exhausted and entered a stupor. When the mighty proto-dragon Galakrond began his reign of terror over the world, the Watchers were too addled to act. Fortunately, brave proto-dragons stood up to the giant beast and felled him. Ashamed of their apathy, the Watchers empowered the proto-dragons, turning them into the dragon aspects. Freya would gift her powers to the green dragon Ysera. She would protect the wilds of Azeroth from the dream. bound to it, and entered an endless trance, becoming known as the Dreamer. While Ysera herself is already a card, others of her kind could become legendaries, perhaps her consort Iranicus or her daughter Marithra. Sadly, the Emerald Dream would not remain a paradise forever. At the end of the War of the Ancients some 10,000 years ago, the land of Azeroth tore asunder. This cataclysmic event also damaged the prisons of the old gods. While not allowing them to escape, their corruptive influence could now seep from their domains. Around 4,500 years ago, Yogg-Saron's corruption began to bubble to the surface in the form of Saronite. Unfortunately, the action taken by Fandral Staghelm to prevent this corruption would eventually lead to Yogg-Saron gaining enough access to the Emerald Dream to plant a small seed of corruption. Over time, this small corruption would develop into the Emerald Nightmare, spreading across the Dream and turning once peaceful creatures into twisted monstrosities, such as the Nightmare Dragons and possible legendaries Lethon, Emeris, Ysondra, and Teara. Once some of Ysera's most trusted lieutenants, they became intent on spreading madness. The Nightmare became its most potent when the once Night Elf Xavius commanded it. On 2 occasions, the power-mad elf turned satyr almost saw the Nightmare consume the Dream and the world, but both times he was just about stopped. One of these times, players of World of Warcraft stopped him when they raided the Emerald Nightmare. Needless to say, if an Emerald Dream expansion is what we're looking at, I think Xavius is a likely legendary candidate. So, what do you think? Emerald Dream? Something else? What legendaries could we see and what abilities would you give them? I'd love to hear what you think. To keep up to date with all my content, it's best to follow me on Instagram, as I post my progress on there as I go. I'd really appreciate it if you like, subscribe, and share this video around too. Happy Year of the Raven. It's only just beginning.